Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take, for Monday night, November the 3rd. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. I am your last late night stop for Vancouver Canucks coverage, and we're going to be talking about tonight's game. A quick programming note. I originally said that I was going to do my open house tonight, which I like to do after Canucks After Dark, so we're not repeating the same things. But then I realized with no game tomorrow, I would have nothing to talk about tomorrow. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a true post-game live stream. We'll do the Edge Goal Visualizer. We'll talk about the game, get your feedback on the game. And then we're going to move the open house to tomorrow night, where I can do a full 45 minutes of open house with all of you, because I still want to wrap up by 12 o'clock tonight. So tonight will be an abbreviated post-game live stream, because thanks to everyone who's doing double duty. You were there at Canucks After Dark. And then I will do my open house tomorrow. So Tyler, I know Tyler's birthday is actually tomorrow. I was going to bring him on tonight as part of the open house to wish him an early happy birthday. But if he's around tomorrow, I can actually wish him a happy birthday tomorrow as part of the open house. I hope that makes sense. Hello, Pauline. Nice to see you. Nice to see everyone here, but I'm going to highlight a couple people. Harry, Clay looking sharp with his fresh haircut. Thank you. Got it done today. Was looking pretty shaggy. BC Beasley, he's a man of his word. He said he's going to start coming a bit more often, and he is here. Awesome. And thanks to everyone who is here. Okay, moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's Legends, Hall of Fame, and franchise members, thanks for your support, and everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether in my beautiful neighborhood of Seafton and Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, around the world. Thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, all three. But the fact that you're here with me, know how much I always appreciate you and how much I never, ever take you for granted. So this is how you can get involved tonight. Subscribe to the channel. Get notified of my videos whenever I post. You can like the video, like the fact that the Canucks won, like the fact that Boeser had 3 points, including the game winner with 2 seconds left, like the fact that Evander Kane had 2 goals, his first 2 of the season, like the fact that Quinn Hughes is back, like the fact that the Canucks won, they're 500 coming back home, like the fact that I got my haircut, and like the fact that we are continuing to build an amazing community here on YouTube. You can leave a donation, get the donation train out of the station. You can gift a membership. You can buy your own membership. You can upgrade your membership. You can use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. So let's get into this. I'm going to talk about the game. We'll go through the goal visualizer, go through the stats, go through the scores, go through the standings, and then I'll share a couple of quick reflections, go Mitchell sponsor read, and then we will turn it over to all of you. Styles says, nice haircut. Thank you. It takes one good-looking person to another good-looking person to notice. Speaking of good-looking, legendary Swervin Yrvin says, Clay de-ages 10 years after. Okay, this, I don't care how vain this looks. Swervin Yrvin, you always inspire me for some poll questions. So this is going to be the stupidest poll question ever, but we're going to do it. Does my haircut make me look older or younger? Okay, so the question is older, the same, younger, a bit younger, because I don't think you're going to say a bit, like a lot older, a bit younger, a lot younger. Humor me. You remember, you're not voting on how good looking I am, because I know the answer to that. Does my haircut make me look older or younger? Older, the same, a bit younger, a lot younger. Vote in the poll just for the heck of it. And getting a couple questions about my haircut, which I appreciate. Pastor Dan says, thank you to everyone who donated my membership last year. It was me, actually. You're welcome. It was me. But you're most welcome, Pastor Dan. Hello, Jessica. Thanks for being here again. Hey, Jackie, all the way from Sweden, except no Taylor for some reason. I'm glad the win helped you. Yes, I do cut it myself. I do top, sides, back, and then Gail finishes off and trims everything for me. So Tyler, not sure if you heard what I said. I'm actually not doing the open house tonight. I'm doing it tomorrow night. So if you're around tomorrow, I'll happily bring you on for your birthday tomorrow, because I think your birthday is tomorrow, right? Yeah, because I'm not doing the open house tonight anymore because we have a game to talk about, and I would have nothing to talk about tomorrow night, especially the Canucks don't practice, which I'm not sure if they will or not. So Tyler, if you're around, would love to have you on the show tomorrow night when I do my open house, but that's only if you're home from all of your birthday celebrations. You do whatever you want, Swervin Yrvin. I am not here to judge. Is that a beard under your mouth? Yeah, it's one of these. I've had this for like 15 years now. Whether you call it a soul patch or food catcher or whatever it is. Saw the last bit? I should grow a mullet and have the flow growing from the back. That would be something that no one would want to see. Oh no, Clay crossed to the dark side and got the PD buzz. What are you talking about, Justin? PD got the Clay buzz. He copies me. I don't copy him. I'm just kidding. I do cut it myself. Get my clippers, get my mirror, get my vacuum cleaner, do it in the bathroom, and I do zip. You know, maybe I should cut my hair on stream. Would you guys want to see that? Me cutting my hair on stream? Maybe not. Yes, tomorrow. Okay. You had to miss the first period to eat dinner, no problem, but you were able to catch up in Russell's stream. That's good. That's why he does it. PD haircut. No. PD's haircut gives Clay vibes. Clay's haircut does not give PD vibes. I'll say it once again. Yeah, I didn't want to say this, but that's another name for it. Hey, Chardell. You look young, but the soul patch is giving away your age. That's true. I don't ever color my hair, so the soul patch is more white than black. That's a good point. And you guys know, you guys see this, and I'm not vain this way. When my hair is longer, you see all the whites, especially on the sides, and then I'm like a skunk. I'm already thinning here, but this then looks a lot whiter too. But it's okay. I just think I don't know. I just feel a lot better looking. I feel a lot better looking. I don't care how vain this sounds. I feel a lot better looking when I have my haircut. Actually, I've said this theory before. I feel the best looking when I have my haircut and when I'm not wearing glasses, when I'm wearing contacts. It's just a confidence thing. Maybe it's a mental thing. So anytime I have to do a big speech, a big presentation, or I'm emceeing an event, I actually put my contacts in, even though it makes it harder for me to read my script. Hey, that guy speaks okay, but why is he squinting all the time? Hey, Gerald, nice to see you. Oh, you're asking Chardell, right? Because I have no opinion on him. Haircut could work on the stream. Have to be wearing shades. Great idea. You cut your hair. Yes, the win was an early birthday gift. Interesting getting your haircut on the stream. Prize on future draw. Winner gets a one-on-one Zoom live haircut. Or can you imagine, Justin? The prize would be you get to cut my hair. Chardell going dancing tomorrow. Sweet. Someone do AI Clay with long hair. Oh my gosh. If you send it to me, I will post it tomorrow. What do you mean you have white hair? Aren't you in grade 12? Aren't you in grade 12? I have grown my hair out long before, but it's not the best look, I admit, Kyle. I admit. Much music, Clay, to me, no matter how the hair is. That is the box cut. Yes, thank you. Thank you, BC Beasley. That is awesome. Harry needs a haircut. Okay, let's go. Let's get into the winner gets to choose what haircut I get. Don't go bald. Well, thank you. That's not my plan. That's not my plan. All right, let's get to this game. We start off always with the Sedge VC, the Clay Edge Go Visualizer commentary. So let's pull up the Edge Go Visualizer and let's talk about this game. Philip Forsberg starts off the scoring. And I'm curious to see where this picks it up. Yeah, it does. So you see PD here actually gives up the puck, and then it's a quick out, and now Hughes tries to intercept this pass, but I guess who is this? Evangelista is able to poke it up ahead. So now it's a 2-on-1. because PD's a bit slow, and now it's Shea coming down, and then Myers goes to him to try and knock off the pass. Yeah, I think Myers thought that PD or Hughes were closer because he's pretty far out. You could have let Shea's not going to score on you. I'd be more worried about Forsberg, but Myers had to make a decision. I'm pretty sure Myers thought that he had back check help coming, but no. Shea makes a really nice saucer pass to Forsberg, who actually gets contact. Demko makes the first save, but then Forsberg puts it behind Demko on his own rebound. So if you watch it again, it all starts off here with the PD giveaway right there. He tried to get it to Kane. Sherwood's kind of stuck here. I don't like where Sherwood is, but really, this is 3-on-3. This shouldn't be an issue right here because Myers got Forsberg, he's got Evangelista, and technically PD should be able to cover this guy. But now with the Hughes gamble, like I said, it becomes a 2-on-1. Right there, I would have loved Myers to stay with Forsberg and have PD catch up to Shea because Shea's not the fastest, and I don't think Brady Shea's going to score from over there. But Myers makes this decision, and then in a series of bad decisions, and then it goes into the net. So Nashville's up 1-0, less than 7 minutes into the game. What? Is Dino's birthday tomorrow? No, Mena's birthday tomorrow. Huh? Dino, is it? It says, hi, Clay, it's my birthday tomorrow too. Mena will be 64. So the way I read that, Dino, is it your birthday tomorrow? Or is it Mena's birthday tomorrow? Whoever it is, I want you on my open house tomorrow. So that answers your question, Chardel. Open house at 11 o'clock tomorrow. Well, by the time I get to it, maybe 10 after 11. And Pastor Dan, you're going to be waiting a long time. Maybe when I turn 60. All right. It's Mena's birthday tomorrow. Okay, so I want to get Mena on the stream tomorrow if she wants. Yeah, Brady Shea. It is Mena. All right. Happy early birthday, Mena. So Mena and Tyler are celebrating birthdays tomorrow. Let's get to the first Canucks goal. And Evander Kane gets one that actually gets to count for once. So let's look at this one. This is a really nice goal, actually. On a Canucks power play, the second unit out there now, because it's Team Abbotsford, right? You have Carlson, you have Sasson, not Sasson, it's Sasson now, Baines with Hronik and Kane. So Kane, all the way across to Baines, back to Hronik, then boom, one-timer. I think it goes off of number 17's stick. Doesn't matter. It's a really good shot. And I like the way they set this up. So again, Baines all the way across. Sorry, that was Sasson all the way across. And Kane, some bad passing before, but this is a good pass because if you pass to Hronik, it's going to get intercepted. These guys are covered. So he sees the seam, gets it across to Baines, and Baines doesn't have anything, right? He can't go across the middle again because it's going to get intercepted. So he goes back up to Hronik, 17, trying to recover, and a one-timer by Kane gets past UC Saros. Kane gets his first of the season, finally, and it is 1-1. Second period, another power play goal by the Canucks. This one is some good work around. It goes PD. Okay, actually, I should set this up. It was a 5-on-3. As you can see, a 5-on-3 here. Canucks didn't get too good of chances. And then it ends, the first Nashville penalty ends right now. So here you see this guy coming out. Now it's on 5-on-4. Canucks don't panic. PD puts it through O'Reilly's legs, which is nice. Boeser then puts it towards the front of the net, and Jake DeBrusk tips it in, and you got Kane there for insurance as well. So I really like this goal. I really like the poise that the Canucks showed, and I'll make a point of Hughes being held off the score sheet tonight, but he would have had the third assist if there's such a thing because he gets it here to Boeser. So Hughes to Boeser, across through O'Reilly to PD back through O'Reilly to Boeser to DeBrusk. 2-1 Canucks. And just 2 minutes later, it's Brock Boeser. And this is the really nice play. So that was DPD to Tom Verlander. So the two rookie Swedish defensemen, or first year and rookie. Then look at Verlander. He gets the puck here, and look at him. He just goes, he still goes, and he centers it, and then it bounces off us number 76, and Boeser whips it past UC Saros. Now, I made this point on Canucks After Dark. Watch Reichel. I know Reichel hasn't got any points yet, but he does a really good thing here. So watch Verlander as he goes around the net, but then watch Reichel as Verlander centers the puck. Reichel is going for the puck, but he also draws the attention of 2 or 3 Predators. Look, 76, 90, 37, they're kind of all with Reichel, and that lets Boeser skate in and boom, puts it in 2-1, 3-1 Vancouver off a Boeser snapshot. Then before the end of the period, Nashville, a lot of power play goals. Nashville gets a power play goal here. They're setting up, typical power play. And then Evangelista gets down to Forsberg. And I've made many comments about the Canucks. Penalty killing is hard, but when you're missing guys like Bluger and Forbert and Garland, it gets even harder. And the Canucks simply, I don't know if they're still learning a new system or they just make bad tactical reads, but they're giving away a lot of bumper plays and a lot of cross-ice passes. This one's a bumper play where you have both Marcus Pettersson and Hronek going down to check Forsberg, and then it kind of leaves that's a lot of traffic there. It kind of leaves Holla. You can't expect Drew O'Connor. Drew O'Connor's got to worry about this guy. So then quick one-timer from Holla, and now it is 3-2, and there goes the puck. Evander Kane gets a second of the night, 3 minutes into the third, and this one is a beautiful play. So it's not a Canucks power play. So good pressure though, and then what happens? Oh no. It's going to be a Canucks power play. It's a delayed penalty. That's why we see 6. So the line was Karlsson, Sasson, and Kane with Hronek and Marcus Pettersson who played together. And Hughes is the extra attacker. So we are 3 forwards and 3 Canucks defensemen. Hughes gets it down to Marcus Pettersson. Oh, he could have 3 points actually because he has a secondary assist on this one too. So Hughes gets it down to, oh no, this is the other one I was talking about. Never mind. This is the second play. So Hughes creates some space, gets it to Marcus Pettersson, who one-times it. Then Linus Karlsson does a beautiful behind-the-back blind pass to Kane, and then Kane puts it over and outstretched Saros. Let's watch that again. That is pretty nice. So Hronek over to Hughes. Hughes dances a little bit, down to Marcus Pettersson, into the middle, Karlsson, back pass to Kane, 4-2. I'm thinking the Canucks might win. Even though it's not what I predicted, I thought the Canucks might win by my favorite score. But then cue the 2-goal comeback. Remember a few years ago when the 2-goal lead was the worst lead for the Canucks? It's happening again this year. It was Montreal and then Edmonton on back-to-back home games, and then it was tonight. So not the Abbey line, the Ratu line with O'Connor and McEachern kind of get hemmed in. This is a really long shift for them. DPD's out there with Myers. Nashville just kind of dominating play here. And ultimately, the puck gets back to Stastny, who shoots it. And then Bunting turns his skate, which you're allowed to do. He doesn't kick it. He just redirects the puck past Demko on Demko's. And remember the spot here, right here, because I'm going to come back to it in about 30 seconds. So again, a bit of scrambling play. DPD has a chance to make a play here, even drop it back to Myers, but instead gets checked off the puck. And then Bunting up to Stastny and back to Bunting for the deflection off the skate. 4-3. And then just 5 minutes later, they tied up. Blankenberg, never heard of this guy, on the power play. So typical power play, fine. The Canucks actually don't give up a bumper or cross-ice pass, but what they do give out is a point shot right there. And then I think who's 58 again? Yeah, I think Bunting was kind of in Demko's grill a little bit, more to the side of the net. But this shot goes the exact same place that Bunting's deflection went. It was to Demko's left. I don't know if they scouted that or it was just a fluke that it got there, but exact same spot. It goes straight in on Demko's glove side. So then we get to overtime. Canucks dominate 80 to 90% of it. Nashville fans are mad because the Canucks are playing kind of boring, keep away style. I loved it. And then with 2 seconds left, we have this face-off play. So there's so many funny things that happen here. Watch Forsberg. So Forsberg's obviously, remember, there's only 10 seconds left with this face-off. So Forsberg bolts, and then he tries to, I think it's double. You're trying to go for a long bomb, right? And you're trying to take Hughes out of the play. But like both things happen. So look, there go Forsberg and Hughes. They're out of the play. So now it's 2-on-2. Boeser and Petey battle in the corner. Then Petey outfights Ryan O'Reilly and just a quick forehand towards the front of the net. And Boeser beats his man out of the corner, gets it there, and then backhand underneath the blocker of UC Saros. 1.6, 1.7 seconds left. Boeser always has amazing goals in Nashville. If you don't remember what I'm talking about, go watch the 2023 playoff run, especially that game where they scored late and Boeser was a big part of it. So there we go. Beautiful play by Petey. Forsberg and Hughes then eventually skate back, and Boeser scores. And here we go. You know, I always like to analyze who goes to who. So usually the defensemen go to the winning goaltender, Demko. So you see, Hughes didn't because Hughes was, but you see Myers, you see Marcus Pettersson, Arshdeep Baines kind of comes in later. And then you see DPD, and that's probably Hronek coming off as well. So the Canucks win 5-4. Love to see that with 2 seconds left in the game. You look at some of the stats now, and don't worry, I'll get to all your questions in a couple of minutes, but we get to all the stats. We outshot them 12-4. We outshot them 14-10. They outshot us 14-8. So we outshoot them 36-29. They outface off us. Power play, penalty kills suck in this game. We went 2 for 3. They went 2 for 4. We out-hit them by 22 block shots, which is very impressive, including a couple by PD, I'm guessing, because they showed a replay of that. So let's go to the box score right now. And when you're looking at the Canucks, points-wise, 3 for Boeser, 2-1. Baines gets an assist. PD with 2 assists. Jake DeBrusk with a goal. Kane with 2 goals. Carlson. So 6 of the 12 forwards get points. No one more than a plus or minus 1, so nothing to see there. Time on ice, Boeser had 20, PD had 22.44, Sherwood had 21.19, DeBrusk had 21.04. So 4 guys with over 20. Max Sasson with 9.40, Baines with 9.19, Linus Karlsson probably a bit more than that. 10.43. And then McEachran also 10.49. So those were the 4 low guys. Then you look at shots, 6 shots for Boeser, 4 for Sherwood. PD has 0 shots, but he had his 2 assists, which is pretty good. And 6 for DeBrusk, so 3 for Kane. So a lot of shots from DeBrusk, Sherwood, and Boeser. Block shots, 3 from PD. He leads the league in all forwards in block shots, which is very impressive. A great commitment. Adam Foote talked about that earlier. 2 for McEachran, 2 for Lucas Reichel. No points for Reichel, but some good hustle plays. But he's got to start producing. 5 hits for Sherwood. That's what we're used to seeing. 2 Baines, 2 McEachran, 2 for DeBrusk. And then 4 giveaways for DeBrusk. That's not good. Face-offs, not good. Boeser, that looks like 2 for 3. And then PD goes under 50. Ratu goes under 50. Although every time I looked up, Ratu was winning a face-off. That's weird. Sasson under 50. Reichel under 50. Not great. On D, 4 of the 6 defensemen get points, but none of them are Hughes. Hughes, like I said, could have 2 secondary assists, but Bovenlander, Hronek, DPD, and Marcus Pettersson all have 1 assist, although Hughes does go +2. 28 minutes of ice time. The 2 youngsters under 12 minutes, and then shots, 6 shots for Hughes, so not for lack of effort. 3 from Hronek, 4 blocks from Marcus Pettersson, 3 from Myers, very impressive. And then 2 hits from Philip Hronek. So you look at the scores. Maple Leafs beat the Penguins. Penguins, I think, went up 3-0. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then, wow. 4 goals in the third by Toronto. So they win. Oilers lose, which you love to see. We win, which you love to see. But Seattle wins, which you do not like to see. So add it all up. The standings are pretty crazy. So a couple things. In our division, look at this. 6 teams within 2 points of each other. So we're only 2 points out of first, but we also played the most games. We played 14. Edmonton's played 14, and we're 1 point behind them. LA has 14, but they played 1 fewer. Then Anaheim and Vegas, they have 15 and 11, so that's pretty good. And then Seattle somehow up there. San Jose, a bit of separation, and Calgary sucks. Then when you look at the wild card standings, we are on the outside looking in, but we creep a little bit closer. But again, we played the most games, so you got to keep that in mind. And then when you look at the overall league, and remember yesterday when we looked at this, the Canucks were down at 28th yesterday. Remember, they're down at 28 because they only had 12 points. They were right here. And then I said with a win, they'll jump up 10 spots. Well, I lied. They jumped up 7 spots. So they're, well, technically, in terms of points, they're tied for 14th. So they jumped up 14 spots, actually. Look at all these teams with 14, 14, 14, 14, 14, 14. No team is 6-7, thank goodness. By the way, did Dan Murphy make a 6-7 joke? I missed it on the broadcast. But the Canucks are, they're tied for 14th. There are 8 teams that have 14 points. But in terms of points percentage, not great. They are, 7th from the bottom. But I will say this, and I'm not making excuses. It's just my outlook. They've had 9 injuries. Now with Hughes and Boeser back, they're down to 7 injuries. Hopefully Bluger and Garland are next. They've had 7 to 9 injuries to key players. They have a condensed schedule, which is fine. Everyone does. And they've only played 5 games at home. Maybe that's a good thing. So despite playing 2/3 of their games away, despite have 1/3 of the roster injured, the Canucks are still 7-7. Now, we can't keep being happy that they're 500. I'm happy right now. I'm satisfied given all the adversity. We don't want to be saying in December that they're 15-15. That's not going to do anything, right? They got to, as I said, they got to go 3 games over 500 in each of the next 5 months to make the playoffs. So, and we know that they got a tough schedule coming out. They got Chicago Wednesday, Columbus Saturday, and then Colorado, Winnipeg, Carolina, Tampa, Florida, and Dallas. So 6 Stanley Cup contenders in a row. But we can preview those games as we go. Basically want to talk about today's game and get to all of your questions for the last 15 to 20 minutes. I'll end the poll. And I said, does my haircut make me look younger or older? 40% of you not convinced, not swayed. You said I look the same. 23% said a bit younger. 21% said a lot younger. And 16% of you are jerks. No, I'm just kidding. 16% of you said I look older with my haircut. How's that possible? I don't look 51, do I? Okay, maybe I do look 51. I don't want to, I'm not going to influence you. Do we want league parity? I don't know. Gary Bettman would love it. I made this point with Parker and Canucks After Dark. There have been so many extra time games already that so many teams are over NHL 500. And John says a bit younger. All good. All right, let's do my Mitchell sponsor read, and then I will go to all of you. I start off by thanking my primary sponsor, and that's Jason Lim of Van City Experts. Thank you to my channel sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts Real Estate. At Van City Experts, their experience, knowledge, and expertise can serve you well in navigating through the real estate market and will help you to choose the best home or condo in the greater Vancouver area that best suits your and your family's needs. Thank you to my secondary sponsors. The first one is Gassy Jack Art. You can check them out at gassyjackart.com. He creates the wonderful artwork that you see surrounding me. Thank you to Mulligan Golf Company, mlgngolf.com. Purchase some golf apparel and accessories. And thanks to my supporting sponsor, Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Thanks to everyone who's purchased Canuck Clay merch. You can do so at canuckclay.threadless.com. Thanks to everyone who has done that. Don't forget ways that you can support me. You can subscribe to the channel. You can like the video. You can leave a donation. No donations yet, so be the first to leave a donation and probably take the lead in our leaderboard. You can gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your membership, use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, you can rate and review. And don't forget, actually, I'll put it up here right now. I decided to change my schedule. So tomorrow, I moved my open house from tonight to tomorrow night. Tonight, I want to only go for 45 minutes, which is why sometimes I do the open house after Canucks After Dark, especially on a non-game night. But given that today was a game night and we can spend some time breaking it down, then that's why I moved the open house to tomorrow. So tonight is 15 to 20 more minutes. Talk about this game. Tomorrow night will be the open house. Hopefully we can bring on Tyler for his birthday, Mena for her birthday if she wants, and then anyone else who wants to come on. Then my CCC show Wednesday, post-game against the Blackhawks, and then no show on Thursday night as I'm doing airport runs and preparing for my massive work event this weekend. All right, right on cue. Dino, with the massive dono. So shout out to Dino and Mother Mena with the massive dono. Thank you, Dino and Mena. $28 donation. Let's give Dino some love in the chat. And with that, yes, shoots up to, once again, 1,100 experience points. Fangirl still a solid second with 750. And Harry at 100. And then a bunch of people with 75. So Dino running away. Actually, Dino and Fangirl running away with the top 2 spots. Let's give some love to Dino in the chat. Very grateful for your generosity all the time. Canucks Uncensored. Not sure there's Jordan or Whitney. It doesn't matter. They're both good-looking, fine gentlemen. Want to echo some sentiments. Same sentiments. 7-7 record is fine with all things considered. With injured players coming back and more home games coming out, we'll have a better idea of the team's fate. Yes, and I love that comment. It wasn't just a blind, we're going to be much better. It says we are going to know a lot more about the team's fate. And you know, it's crazy. They always joke around about, or they don't joke around. They say by U.S. Thanksgiving, you have a pretty good idea of who's going to make the playoffs. And I think for the Canucks, it's going to ring very true because they're going to have just come off that massive gauntlet of players, not of players, of tough opponents for sure. Okay, let's see what we got. If you typed a question earlier, type it again. With Garland Bluger back, they can solidify the team, and hopefully we know what direction. Love it. That's true. When everyone is healthy on the Canucks, who would you keep and who would you send down? Great question. Let's say that there were no injuries on this team. What's tricky is Baines and Ratu and Carlson can't go down. I mean, they're not waiver exempt. You can try and send them down. So if this team's completely healthy, I think you send Lekkerimäki and Sasson down because you can. So a completely healthy team means a top 6. Work with me here, just so I can articulate this. Of PD, DeBrusk, Boeser, Kane, Garland, Hito. Remember, this is everyone healthy. Hoglander, Sherwood, Ratu, Bluger, O'Connor, and Reichel. Those are the 12. Those are the 12 I would keep. Then you could keep 2 extra forwards. So maybe you keep Carlson and Baines, and then you can send McEachran, Lekkerimäki, and Sasson down. That's what I would do. Then on D, I would go Hughes, Hronik, Myers, Pettersson, and then I would keep Forbert, Verlander, and DPD, and then I would send Mancini down, and then try and get P.O. Joseph down as well. That's what I would do if everyone was completely healthy. Do you think Sherwood would accept a 3 times 4.2? Nope. I think he wants more term and more money. I don't know that for sure. That's just my guess. I don't think that gets it done. I think if the Canucks got that from Sherwood, they would take it, but I don't think Sherwood's going to take it. Wednesday's game against the Blackhawks. Let's go. I haven't done 4-2 in a while. Let's go 4-2, and let's go if Vander Kane scores again. Keeps up his hot hand. Undefeated with Clay Ilamo. That is true. If you very good, Tom Clayman. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will show you what I'm talking about. On X, Instagram, and Facebook, wherever I was today, I actually posted this because it was so someone I work with quite a bit. I still don't know why she doesn't know my last name because she sees it all over emails and everything. I've seen a few misspellings and heard a few mispronunciations on my last name over the years, but this is first. Clay Ilamo. Ilamo. Not emo, not imu, not emu, but Ilamo. And I said, what's next? Clay LMAO. We all know what that acronym stands for. But yes, someone called me Clay Ilamo tonight. Yes. Very good. So we are undefeated with Clay Ilamo. I hope Garland comes back with a big chip on his shoulder. I just wanted to play how he was playing. What's this noise about trading Sherwood to Edmonton? The Canucks better pay this man. I have not heard that. Who said that? And where's it coming from? Harry's asking, is anyone going to the game on Wednesday or Saturday? Is it Taylor's birthday too? Oh. No, it's in July. Carlson and Sasson on the ice for both Kangos. Have they unlocked Evander Kane? Never thought about that. Maybe. You just got to take Baines' spot. I think they beat Chicago. I think they beat Columbus. And I don't think they beat Colorado. Do you agree the Canadiens would not be as good as they were played for two different teams? Yeah. I think they would be fine. But I think this is one where the sum is of the parts is great than the individual contributions for sure. Sounds like I was studying there. No, I'm not drunk. I was just thinking about how I was going to say that. Yeah, classic sum of the parts is better for sure. Hey, Jordan. Okay, so I'm guessing that Witten is on the Canucks Uncensored and that Jordan is on Places with Jordan. How you doing, Jordan? Hope you're doing well. Oh, it's in August. Good to know. All good players are not as good when separated. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, I like this from Style. Reichel is going to score finally against his former team. I like that. I like that. No, Erroneous Punk, we have not heard an update on Hedl just yet. Out of the four players, Hoglander, Blueger, Garland, Forbert, who do you think will be returning from injury? I was under the impression it was Garland and then Blueger, but Fangirl mentioned in Canucks After Dark that Foot said, because I haven't listened to the post game yet, that Foot said it was going to be Blueger before Garland. Clay, Elephant Male, the next party rock anthem. Very good. It's wit. It's very early, but would you try Hughes with Verlander? They will skate the puck out and make a great first pass. Hronik MP3 is solid. Leaving Myers and DPD makes 3 solid pairs. Yeah, the other option, though, is if we like Verlander skating, you can keep Verlander on that third pairing, and then you have a puck mover on each. If you consider Hronik a puck mover more than Myers, you could go Hughes, Myers. Hughes is the puck mover. Marcus Persson with Hronik. Hronik's the puck mover. DPD or Forbert or whatever with Verlander. Verlander's the puck mover. So I hear what you're saying. And I think Hughes would be good for Verlander in many ways. But I'm also fine with Verlander on a third pairing. And remember, he's only 4 or 5 games in. But that's a good point. Hockey Doodle posted a vid saying Sherwood to Edmonton. What was his source? Yes, Tyler, your birthday's in 9 minutes. Same with Menez. Very good. Very good. Doodle and Lego. Okay. But again, what was the source? They must have got it from someone, right? Which games am I attending this month? I'm doing the Jets on the 11th, Stars on the 20th, and Calgary on the 23rd. That is my plan. Sherwood will stay in Vancouver. I don't know. Joe Thornton's Hall of Fame ceremonies on November 10. Nice. Clay has 10 times as many subs as Caitlin Bird Pedersen on YouTube. You watch. She'll pass me really soon, I presume. I'm surprised not much talk about JG Pajot for potential second line center. Is he available though? And some comments about Joe Thornton, which is fine. Okay, I want to run something by you guys real quick. And then I will, right at 12, I will wish Tyler and Mena a happy birthday. And then I will end the stream. I want to run something by you, and I'll talk it through, and then I'll put a quick poll question real quick. Let me type it up first. Would you tune into a live stream on weekday mornings? Okay. Would you tune? All right. I had an idea. I was thinking of trying this as a pilot in December of the day after Canucks game. So not every morning, but the morning after a Canucks game is doing a quick half an hour live stream from 7:45 to 8:15 in the morning. So I would get ready for work. Maybe I'd do it in my shirt and tie, but I'd basically go 7:45 to 8:15 in the morning. And the reason would be it might catch some people who are morning people as opposed to night people. It might catch some people from the East or from different areas of the world. And I would have had more chance to dissect highlights, to listen to post-game interviews from both the Canucks and the opponent, and basically have a night of reflection, whether I'm going to bed or dreaming about it or whatever. So the pros would be maybe a new audience and yet another show, and just to capture different people. The two cons I see is, one, I'm going against Halford and Brough in the morning on Sportsnet 650, but maybe not everyone listens to Halford and Brough. But respectfully, I'm never going to find a time where no one else is streaming. Well, even 11 p.m., I'm sure someone is streaming. So I'd be going against Halford and Brough. And the other thing would be, I don't know if it's overexposure. It would be a bit of a commitment from me, but one that it would actually get my butt out of bed a little bit earlier every day, and then 8:15 done, and then I get to work by 9, easy. So my question to you then is, would you tune in and I just put in the poll, would you tune it into a live stream on a weekday mornings between 7:45 and 8:15? Would you really? And be honest. Swervin Yrvin says, would it be a broadcast style stream, less interactive? I think I would do 15 minutes of reflection, like, whether you call it the morning after, or I know what you did last night, or on second thought, or I've slept on it, or whatever. I don't know what the stupid name I'd call it. But basically, I love Irwin's, the Clay AM recap. Instead of the AM recap, the Clay, I like this. Irwin, I really like that. You're very good with words, as you know. The Clay AM recap. The Canuck Clay AM recap. Clay's Canucks commentary in the morning, in the AM. Anyways, so I couldn't go more than 8:15 because I do have to commit to getting to work on time. So, and it would be a commitment for me to get up at 7, shower, have my show ready by 7:45. But in essence, I wouldn't do it every morning, especially when there's no Canucks news to talk about. I would definitely do it the morning after a game. Then I got to think about if I would wake up and do it Saturday, Sunday. So just curious, maybe it's too much Canuck Clay goodness. Maybe it's me thinking too much. I don't know. So right now, most of you are saying no. So that is actually a good, this is good indication. And let's see what you got. So 8 a.m. our Hover Bruff, it just text inbox submissions. RSA is saying no. Polls a landslide so far. Yeah, it's no. Then RSA is saying yes. Zach Joe says mornings are busy. I'm not a morning guy. I couldn't catch it live the way my sleep schedule goes for work. Yep. Dino says great idea. I would tune in, but being at work, I would be a lot less active in the chat. Definite no. I go to bed around 5 a.m. Well, you should go to bed earlier. Not for me. I'm not up before 10. I would. Shannon says it's a great idea. The Canuck Clay brunch. I don't know if anyone eats brunch at 8 a.m. though. Yeah, the Clay AM recap. I think it's really good too. I say do it and see. Yeah, I might. Yeah, I recognize 11, and I choose 11 p.m. right because I told you most times I'm either not home or I'm tied up until 10 or 10:30 at night. If I'm at a game, at least I can get home by 11. And there are a lot of post-game shows like right after the game, including Rink Wide. A lot of my friends here who are content creators. So I kind of like this 11 o'clock spot. So maybe I try it. I do a test run a couple times in December and see how we do. Okay. So ask some morning people in your life, maybe people you work with. Breaking Bread with BBCC. Yeah, no, I appreciate all you guys. Yeah, I would listen to a quick 30-minute recap later in the day. Awesome. Really, really good. So right now, I'll end the poll. Happy birthday, Tyler. Happy birthday, Mena, Dino's mom. Hope you guys have awesome days, and hopefully you can join me on my open house, which I'll start 23. Yeah, 2/3, 1/3 saying no. Swervin Yrvin says, how about a vertical video stream? Would it be studio stream or on the go? No, I would do it from here. It's just more variables. Yeah, and so this is the thought to doing it is I gain like maybe all the Canucks fans from Hong Kong. I know there's a lot of them, and I know a lot of them, not a lot, but I know that some of them know about me. European and even back east, if there's any Canucks fans back east. So we'll see. Maybe I think I am going to try it a couple times in December, and if I'm not getting any views, it's easy. I can stop. Like I can truly say it is a pilot. So we shall see. Vertical stream is big for the alpha generation. Yeah, probably wouldn't bring guests. SGA. I think I would go half an hour, just 15 recap, 15 reading comments, and that would be it. All right, I'm gonna wrap up here. Oh, I just nailed my microphone. Happy birthday, Tyler. Happy birthday, Mena. Thanks. Hopefully you guys can join me on my open house, and that is open to all of you tomorrow night at 11. Well, I guess technically later today, but tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Line Change, legendary Brian Blinky Choi, legendary Carol Bovenlander, legendary Swervin Yrvin, and legendary Andrew Chang. Thank you for your support. Thanks to Hall of Fame and franchise members as well. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. On your way out, you can like the video, you can subscribe, you can leave a late donation. Thank you to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Gassy Jack Art, and Mulligan Golf Company. And thanks to everyone who went above and beyond tonight. And that's a simple one. It's Dino. Dino with the big $28 dono, making sure that we do not get shut out. And once again, happy birthday to Dino's mom, Mena. Dino wins the leaderboard at 1075. Fangirl comes in second, 800. And then a two-way tie for third place with Harry and with Simon. So thanks to everyone for being here. Thanks for watching. And yeah, don't forget tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Maybe there's a Canucks optional. I'm not sure. Yeah, and then thanks for your feedback, both on the haircut and the morning show. Gonna think about it. Gonna see what my energy is like in December. My mind's admittedly a bit preoccupied with my big work event this week. So maybe once the middle of November comes around, I can actually launch it before December. We'll see. We'll see. The haircut stream, love it, love it, love it. Okay, I will wrap up right now. So thanks everyone for being here. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. By the way, I visited my doctor today, and he told me that my sugar was too high. Yes, my sugar was too high. So I came home and I moved it to a lower shelf. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.